He stands alone, not as a warrior, not as a king, just a man carrying a heavy name that belonged once to royalty. His name was Mephibosheth, a name tied to a fallen house, a broken body, and a promise made long before he could even speak. Years before this moment, two men stood bound by loyalty: David, the anointed future king, and Jonathan, the son of Saul, heir to the throne. Jonathan loved David deeply. He knew David would reign, so he made a covenant with him. "Swear to me by the Lord that you will never cut off kindness from my house." And David swore. That promise outlived Jonathan himself. When war came against Israel, they met the Philistines in battle on the slopes of Mount Gilboa. The fighting was fierce. Israel was overwhelmed. King Saul fell on his sword, and Jonathan died beside him. In one day, the royal house collapsed. The news spread fast. The line of Saul is finished. Inside the palace, panic erupted. The nurse seized Jonathan's little son and fled. But fear makes hands unsteady, so she fell. The child fell with her, and Mephibosheth never walked again. 5 years old, royal blood, crippled for life, from palace halls to hiding in obscurity. Years passed, and David became king over Israel. He had peace on every side, yet one question burned in his heart: is there still anyone left of the house of Saul, that I may show kindness for Jonathan's sake? A servant named Ziba answered, "There is still a son of Jonathan. He is crippled in both feet." And David said, "Where is he?" In that time, being crippled means you are considered useless. Mephibosheth was brought before the king. He fell face down, because kings rarely summon descendants of fallen dynasties to show mercy. But David said, "Do not be afraid. I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan. I will restore to you all the land that belonged to your grandfather Saul, and you will always eat at my table." A decree was made. Ziba and his sons were commanded to work the land for him. Grace had rewritten his future. And so, Mephibosheth ate at the king's table, like one of the king's own sons. Broken legs beneath the table, honor above it. A living reminder that promises made in love are not forgotten by God. But David's story was not without shadows. Years earlier, he had sinned grievously, taking Uriah's wife Bathsheba. God forgave him, but through the prophet, God also warned him, "The sword will never depart from your house," which means forgiveness does not erase consequences. David's own son Absalom rose in rebellion. Jerusalem turned against its king. David had to flee the city, barefoot, grieving, humiliated. A king on the run again. As David fled, Ziba met him while he was hidden, with donkeys and food and wine. And David asked, "Where is Mephibosheth?" Ziba replied, "He stayed behind in Jerusalem, hoping the kingdom of Saul would be restored to him." Scripture does not tell us Ziba's heart, but timing speaks. This moment became an opportunity, whether from envy, ambition, or selfish interests. A seed of doubt was planted, and David made a decree: all that belonged to Mephibosheth now belongs to you. A judgment made in pain and haste. Mephibosheth did not follow David, not because of betrayal, but because of disability. He mourned, he neglected himself, he waited. When David returned as king, Mephibosheth came before him unwashed, ungroomed, humble. He explained everything, how he had wanted to go, how he had been deceived, how Ziba had spoken falsely. David realized the truth. He tried to correct the injustice by dividing the land. But Mephibosheth said, "Let him take it all, since my lord the king has returned safely." He wanted no inheritance. He wanted only the king. Absalom died. The rebellion ended. David returned, wiser and humbled. A feast was held. Loved ones gathered, and once again, Mephibosheth sat at the king's table, still broken, still dependent, but still chosen. This story reminds us that God forgives, but choices still have consequences. David was forgiven, yet his house suffered. Mephibosheth was innocent, yet he endured loss. But grace still made room. If this story spoke to you, like the video, subscribe for more ancient stories that carry timeless truths. Tell us in the comments what part of this story challenged you the most: grace, consequences, or loyalty. Because sometimes the greatest miracle is not power, it's a seat at the table.